Straight from their high-rise recording studio in sunny Miami, Florida, it's the Gus and Gia Puppet Podcast Show.
You should try it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
What was in it?
It's in the cupboard. It has raisins in it.
Oh,
And you know I like raisins. Yeah.
Cinnamon?
Yep.
Here's Gus and Gia.
Gia.
Yeah.
We're on air.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another podcast with Gus and Gia. I'm Gia, your host. And as always, I'm joined by my goofy but lovable brother, Gus.
Hey. It's your friendly neighborhood Gus here, ready to dive into another awesome topic with my serious yet secretly fun sister Gia.
You know, you might be on to something there, Gus. But today we're talking about something really important. How to be a good friend.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about how to train your pet hamster to do backflips. My mistake.
Maybe next time, Gus. Today, though, we're focusing on the art of friendship. So, what do you say we get started?
Let's do it. But first, Gia, what do you call a bear with no teeth?
I don't know, Gus. What?
A gummy bear.
Okay, that was pretty good. Now, let's get serious. Or at least as serious as we can with you around. So, what does it mean to be a good friend?
You know, Gia, I think being a good friend is about being there for someone. Like really being there. Whether they are happy, sad, or somewhere in between, a good friend is there to support them.
Exactly, Gus. Being a good friend means showing up for others, even when it's not convenient or easy. It's about listening when they need to talk and cheering them up when they're down.
And sometimes it means laughing at their bad jokes, right?
Yes, even the dad jokes. But seriously, it's also about being honest with your friends, even when the truth is hard to hear.
Yeah, honesty is a big one. Like when you told me that my idea of wearing mismatched socks every day was not the best fashion choice.
Hey, someone had to tell you. But it was because I care about you, Gus. And that's what friends do. They look out for each other.
True that. And I appreciate it, even if I still think mismatched socks are cool.
Of course you do. But that's a great point, Gus. Friends care enough to tell you the truth, even when it might not be what they want to hear. It's about trust and knowing that your friend has your best interests at heart.
Yeah, it's kind of like how you always remind me to finish my homework before we play video games. I know you're just looking out for me.
Exactly. And in turn, you always make sure I don't take things too seriously. And remember to have fun. It's a balance. And that's what makes our friendship and any friendship work.
I would have to agree.
So, what are some qualities that make someone a good friend?
Let's see. There's kindness, trustworthiness, a good sense of humor, obviously, and loyalty.
Those are great ones, Gus. I'd add empathy too. Being able to understand how your friend is feeling, even if they don't say it out loud, is really important.
Yeah, and patience. Sometimes your friend might be going through a tough time and they need you to be patient and give them the space to work things out.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the importance of communication. A good friend knows how to talk things out, especially when there's a disagreement.
Like when you wanted to watch that super serious documentary and I wanted to watch funny cat videos. We had to compromise on that one.
Exactly. We found a way to make it work. That's what good friends do. They find solutions together.
And it's not just about big disagreements either. Sometimes it's the little things like remembering to ask how your friend's day was or noticing when they're feeling a bit off.
Definitely. It's those small gestures that can make a big difference. A simple, "How are you?" or a kind word when your friend is feeling down can mean the world.
Or even just sharing a laugh. Like when you're having a rough day and someone cracks a joke that lightens the mood.
I wonder who that could be.
Guilty as charged. But it's true. Gia, humor can be such a powerful way to show someone you care. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm here and I want to make you smile."
And that's a beautiful thing. Laughter really is a gift, especially when it comes from a friend.
And I love to laugh.
So, how about we give our listeners some tips on how to be the best friend they can be?
Great idea. Gia, tip number 1, be a good listener. When your friend is talking, really listen to what they're saying. Don't just wait your turn to talk.
That's a good one, Gus. Tip number 2, be reliable. If you say you're gonna do something, follow through. Your friends need to know that they can count on you.
Tip number 3, show appreciation. Let your friends know how much they mean to you. A simple "thank you" or "I'm glad we're friends" can go a long way.
Definitely. And tip number 4, give your friends space when they need it. Sometimes people need time to themselves, and that's okay. Respecting their boundaries is important.
And last but not least, tip number 5, have fun together. Friendships should be filled with laughter and joy. Whether it's playing games, watching movies, or just hanging out, make sure you're enjoying your time together.
Those are some solid tips, Gus. And remember, being a good friend is a two-way street. It's about giving and receiving. Both sides need to put in the effort.
It's like a dance. You got to be in sync with each other, knowing when to lead and when to follow.
And sometimes being a good friend means putting your friend's needs ahead of your own. Like if your friend is having a really hard day and you were planning something fun, you might decide to spend some time comforting them instead.
Yeah, it's about being selfless sometimes. Friendship isn't just about what you can get out of it, but what you can give.
Exactly, Gus. And in giving, you often get something even more valuable in return. You get a deeper, stronger friendship.
You know, Gia, I think we got this friendship thing down pretty well.
I'd say so, Gus. But it's always good to keep learning and growing as friends. No one's perfect, and there's always room to improve.
And that's another great point. Being a good friend means forgiving each other when you make mistakes. No one's perfect, but being willing to apologize and move forward is key.
Absolutely. Forgiveness is so important in friendships. Holding on to grudges only hurts the friendship. When you forgive, you're saying that the friendship matters more than the mistake.
And speaking of forgiveness, Gia, remember the time I actually ate that last slice of your birthday cake?
Yes?
I'm really sorry about that, even if it was delicious.
I remember, Gus. And yes, I forgive you. See? Forgiveness in action.
Thanks, Gia. You're the best.
Right back at you, Gus. And that's what it's all about. Being there for each other through thick and thin.
Hey, Gia, how about we share some real life friendship stories? I've got a good one.
Sure, Gus. Go ahead.
Okay, so this one time my friend Joey and I were supposed to go to the movies, but I got sick and couldn't go. Instead of going without me, Joey came over with my favorite snacks and a movie we would watch at home. He said, the movie can wait. Friends come first.
Aw. That's such a sweet story, Gus. Joey sounds like a great friend.
He is. And it taught me a lot about what it means to be a good friend. It's not about doing big things. It's about the small gestures that you show you care.
I love that story. It really highlights the importance of being considerate and thoughtful. I have a story too. My friend Lily and I once had a big argument over something really silly. We didn't talk for days, and it felt awful. But then she sent me a text that said, I miss you. Can we talk? We had a heart-to-heart conversation, and it made our friendship even stronger.
That's a great example of how communication can heal a friendship. Sometimes it takes a little courage to reach out, but it's worth it.
Exactly. And it's okay to disagree with your friends sometimes. What matters is how you handle those disagreements and how you move forward together.
And sometimes a simple I miss you can be the bridge that brings you back together. It's about putting your pride aside and remembering what's really important, the friendship.
Well said, Gus. It's about remembering that no argument is worth losing a friend over. Friendships are precious and should be treated with care.
And that's why it's so important to cherish your friends, laugh together, cry together, and grow together.
Absolutely. Friendship is one of the greatest gifts we can give and receive. It's something that makes life so much richer and more meaningful.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Gia. And with that, I think we covered some pretty good ground on what it means to be a great friend.
I agree, Gus. And I hope our listeners take away some valuable lessons from today's episode. Remember, being a good friend is about being kind, patient, understanding, and most importantly, being there for each other.
And don't forget to sprinkle in some fun and laughter too. After all, what's friendship without a little bit of joy?
Very true, Gus. So, until next time, everyone, be kind, be thoughtful, and be the best friend you can be.
And don't forget to have a blast while you're at it. See you all on the next podcast episode of Gus and Gia.
Bye for now, friends.
So, Gia, you really gotta try that cereal like I was talking about.
This has been a Gus and Gia Puppet Podcast Show.
Thinking about breakfast foods?
I'm hungry. I'm always hungry.
Lunchtime.
I'm always hungry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
you're growing point.
Yeah, I like to grow. I eat a lot.
Hey, yes, it must be quite cereal.
It is a cereal. You should
Still
try
on your
it.
mind?
It's good stuff.
Okay.
In
And
fact,
it
I
has
can't wait.
raisins in it?
I can't wait for dinner either.
What's for
Yeah,
dinner?
I don't know.
Okay, sounds good.